Hello everybody, we are an entomologist of the Manchester Museum, and today we have a visitor, our curator of Egyptology and Sudan cultures, who is going to present us a very interesting object, apparently the most famous object of in entomology and Egyptology. What is it?
Indeed, it's a great bridge between both of our collections, Dmitri. It's an ancient Egyptian heart scarab. Now this would be an amulet, so something like a lucky charm, that would be placed on the chest of a mummy, and it would protect, magically, the heart of the deceased. And the text on the back is a spell from the ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead, chapter 30 if I'm right, and it says to the heart, it speaks directly to the heart and says, don't stand up and tell bad things that I did in my life to the gods who are going to judge you after you die. And the reason the Egyptians used the scarab was that they saw it pushing its ball of dung, and they saw that it laid its eggs in that ball of animal dung, and from the ball came new life. So the Egyptians associated the scarab with rebirth. So I wonder if you could tell us a bit more about the lives of real scarabs.
Yes, I will. But could I ask you one question?
Absolutely.
There are rumors, I heard some, that stone images were put not on heart but instead of heart with mummies. Is it true?
This is not true. I read it recently on a defective museum label in another collection. The Egyptians did not believe you replaced your heart with a scarab, because they kept the heart in the body during mummification, so the scarab was just to protect the heart and not to replace it.
Excellent. I also heard that they used real, authentic specimens to wrap up with mummies as well, not only stone images.
Ah, now that's a popular misconception, Dmitri, largely popularised by the mummy films, because the idea that you would bury someone with living scarabs is pretty... Accidentally...
No, not with living, with dead.
With dead?
With dead beetle.
I think
because I heard, the reason why I'm asking, I have seen specimens which were unwrapped from mummies, and someone sent them for identification. And this reveals some interesting news, that ancient Egyptian, they recognized scarabs, because you can see how naturalistic view is this, but sometimes they mix them up and they put some beetles of duckling, so-called duckling beetles, instead of scarabs to get with money. So this is very interesting story. I think there are some articles about this.
That is interesting. From what I understood, the real dead scarabs, the genuine scarabs as you might find in the entomology store, all entered Egyptian mummies quite secondarily. They only got in as a kind of infestation. They weren't placed there deliberately. So that is interesting. I know the Manchester Museum Mummy Project, when they were investigating mummies in the 70s and 80s, discovered lots of examples of genuine scarabs in the wrappings of mummies, but I think that was infestation some years after the mummy had been buried.
Very interesting. Yeah.
So what do we have here, Dmitri?
What do we have here? We have just one unit tray full of beetles, and as you can see, they're all alike, they're all similar to each other. But one of them has this Latin name, Sacred Scarab. This one, Scarabeus.
Yes.
This is the real Sacred Scarab, which I think was used to make this stone image. They're all similar. There are many scarab species actually living in Africa, in the Near East Mediterranean, and going as east as Central Asia. But this one, apparently the one which ancient Egyptians observed, rolling the dung ball in the soil, laying eggs, and then appearing from the soil, beetles appearing from the soil. I also read somewhere that in the valley of Nile, when they laid their dung and lay their eggs, beetles, it takes almost 1 season for larvae to develop. And then a larvae pupate, beetle cannot get off on the air because of the soil is very hard. And all after flooding, Nile covers this soil, softens it, and then it goes back, and then beetles appears immediately. And I heard that ancient Egyptians may have heard that Nile fertilized land, and what appears first life was sacred scarabs. This gave me the additional information for them to think that it's a kind of sacred creature.
Something you can observe once
Yes,
the sacred
yes.
flood has.
It also tells us about observational
Dissipated.
skills of ancient people. So we
Indeed.
are not stupid, we are not ignorant.
Not at all.
They simply noticed what was important to their life.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much.
Thank
That
you
has
very much for
enlightened
coming.
my understanding of the scarab. Thanks.